Welcome back to Yes to Tesla. Today we're going to be talking about battery degradation. People's worries about keeping their battery between 20% and 80%, and why that might be important to you, but not important to me and anyone who feels like me. Okay, I come from a tech background. What I mean by that is I've been around tech for at least the past 10 years. I've sold cell phones, I've been around computers, I've had the internet since I was 12. I've definitely been around the block a few times. When I think about Tesla, I don't think about, wow, this is a beautiful car, even though it is. I think about technology. The technology in this car is literally a computer on wheels. If you took the original computer, the original one that was built way back in the day, that you could barely fit into a room, would you keep that for the next 30 years? Did the people who actually had that keep it for the next 30 years? That wasn't even the production one that they used to give to the world, right? Now think about the original desktop. The original desktop computer that everyone was able to buy during the 90s. Did anyone keep that for 30 years? Maybe someone did. Maybe someone just kept it for nostalgia, right? But even if they kept it, did they ever buy the newer one as it came out? They may have skipped a few years, you know. I see people doing that nowadays. They may have bought today's brand and skipped 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years and then was like, wow, my computer's really slow, or there's a really good one that I really am interested in getting, or whatever reason they picked to upgrade. They decided that let's go ahead and upgrade this. It's been a while. I've got my money's worth. When people feel like they've got their money's worth is when they move on. Now you put a computer and a car together and you kind of think about the people who had cars back in the day, which are nothing like to the ones that are being built today, but have cars from like the 60s and the 70s and even the 80s and 90s, and they still have them till this day. They're not in good shape, they're rusted out. Some of them are really good shape. Other ones really are just being what a car is, which is being used. Now, when you put a computer and a car together, they don't follow the same standards of computer technology or the same standards of car world. But they do follow the same value of your tech will be outdated here soon. 100%. Okay, so Tesla's first autopilot hardware, which was hardware 1, happened in 2014. Then let's go ahead and see what hardware 2, what day the hardware 2 came out. Hardware 2 came out in October 2016. So literally, basically 2 years later is when hardware 2 came out. So that means hardware 1 was already being outdated by hardware 2. Otherwise, they wouldn't have never came out with hardware 2 if it wasn't clearly better than hardware 1. Then they went from hardware 2 to hardware 3. So that was 2016, which is three years later. Hardware 3 was initially released in 2019, March 2019, right? Okay, almost 3 years later. So if they would have made it back to October in 2019, it would have been officially 3 years. So it was about almost 2.5 years of having hardware 2. That means now you're 2 generations behind. Hardware 1 is almost completely outdated from hardware 3, okay? Then you had hardware 4 come out. Hardware 4 came out in early 2023, probably around between February to March of 2023. It just says early 2023, so I'm not exactly sure when it was, but it was early. Hardware 4. Hardware 4 is the vehicle I'm currently sitting in right now, which is 2025. So it's been out for 2 years already, and there's already whispers in the grapevine of AI 5, which would be known as hardware 5, to come out in 2025, late or early 2026, and it might even get pushed all the way back to 2027, but most likely 2026 is the year for AI 5. Okay? Everyone who's in their original hardware 1 is completely outdated. So hardware 1, which is less than 10 years old, is already completely outdated. If you want self-driving, guess what? Self-driving today's date is not coming to hardware 1. It's not even coming to hardware 2. They're barely even thinking about retrofitting hardware 3, people, so they're not missing out, because you gotta think, I bought my 2023 car, which is a 2023 car. I should have hardware 4, but they didn't come out until May. But my car is new. It's new. It's just not brand new. This one is brand new. The Tesla Model Y that I have is not brand new. So if they don't come up with the retrofit, that means that car is now outdated as well. So hardware 3, hardware 2, and hardware 1 are all outdated if they don't retrofit at least hardware 3. Less than 10 years of if you kept your car from 2014 hardware 1 till today, you need to get another car because you're already outdated. I can almost, let me see how long they keep up with updates. Okay, so Tesla vehicles generally receive software updates for the lifetime of the car as long as it connects to Wi-Fi. So AI5, already thinking about putting 5G into these new cars. 3G, 4G technology is in this car right here that I'm in, all the way down and below. Majority of the, I would say 99.9% of the time, you're getting 4G LTE with your car. 3G is really never really used. You gotta think, the flip phones came off the 2G network, okay? 2G network with the flip phones. The first touchscreen phones were on the 3G/4G, and it was more 4G than 3G, to be honest. Then once 4G LTE came out, 3G really got stomped out. The only time that they even used that was when someone had the flip phone, which the construction workers had this really rugged flip phone during that time. Then once 5G came out, 4G is like the back burner, like 3G is now. 3G is like completely obsolete. So really, you're not really even getting 3G, you're just getting 4G LTE or 4G with your car. So that's even becoming outdated. These will one day run on the network in the sky, which you already know what I'm talking about, Starlink. 100% these cars will be on Starlink one day, and they'll be retrofitted into your car to where it's not this big thing on top. It'll just be built in, similar to having what they have for the cell service. We're not there just yet. But knowing this information, if you buy a brand new car, or even if you buy a used Tesla, which I would suggest at least getting hardware 3. I wouldn't suggest hardware 2 or hardware 1. That's why those cars are so cheap. If you just want an electric car and you just want to just drive it around, cool, go get that. But if you're looking for a car to have for the next 8 years, I would get a hardware 3, 100%. As you see, it's getting faster and faster and faster. As Tesla moves into these newer, higher stages, especially with using AI, they're going to be able to expand things even faster. You don't want to be trapped in hardware 2 land. You don't want to be trapped in hardware 1 land. You don't want those things, okay? So knowing that, you should just drive your car however you want. Charge it to whatever you want, all of that good stuff. Now, should you be charging to 100% multiple times a day? No. Should you be leaving your car at 100% just sitting there? No. But if you know you're going to be driving around all day, fill it up to 100. It doesn't matter. If you know that you want to just drive around, period, fill it up to 80%, okay? 80 to 90% is what I keep my car at all times. This car and my Tesla Model Y. It doesn't matter. Because this isn't a forever car. This car was built to last a long time, okay, but it's not built to last forever. The technology is going to expand so far that this car will be obsolete compared to where we're at in the future. So by the time this 8-year contract is up, I'm going to trade this up well before then, or trade this up at that mark at 8 years, which is worst case scenario, and I overpaid for the car. Knowing this information, stop stressing yourself out about the 20 to 80% rule that Tesla has set out. You have 120,000 mile warranty on this right here. So even if you're not a big driver, like I drive all the time, but if you're not a big driver whatsoever, then your years will run up past that warranty. It's 8 years or 120,000. So you already know that we already went through 8 years already, and that's hardware 1. We're already obsoleting hardware 1. Think about that. So if we've already obsoleted hardware 1 with 8 years, just know that we're gonna obsolete hardware 3 in 8 years, okay? So your car will still have warranty all the way till the end. So don't worry about that at all. If your battery goes out, who cares? They will give you a loaner. Tesla's so good about giving you a loaner car. If you're gonna be without a car for the next week or 2 weeks, they will give you a loaner car. And a lot of times they give you a really good one, something that you don't even own, just to inspire you to upgrade your car. So they'll take this car, replace the main battery. Cool, the battery needed to be replaced. Ooh, whatever. They give me a new battery. There it is. That one has its own warranty. Oh, when this one messed up, go, boom, boom. Oh yeah, whatever. Boom, another loaner car, another situation. There you go. Do not worry about the 80-20 rule at all. The only time you're gonna worry about that is whenever you're trying to charge to 100%. You should not leave your car sitting at 100%. Your battery will just go lower and lower and lower. It'll be really bad for it. But don't worry about running it down to 5%. Don't worry about charging it to 90% if you're gonna be driving it around. If I wake up today, and I know for facts I'm gonna be driving all over the planet, I'm gonna charge it to 100%. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. Cause if the battery degrades below 70%, guess what? They'll replace the battery that goes within the warranty. It doesn't matter, okay? It really doesn't matter. There's chargers everywhere. So if you need a charge out there, supercharger, don't worry about it. Plug it in, supercharge it. If you're about to be home anyways, wait till you get home and charge it there, okay? Do not stress yourself out about the 80-20 rule with battery degradation, because you need to be upgrading your car every 5 to 10 years anyways, just to keep up with the tech that you are rolling in called a Tesla. And also, if you're thinking about buying a brand new or a used Tesla, please make sure you hit that link down below for the Tesla referral code. It really helps out the channel, and it'll help you out with your purchase as well. If you have any questions, any comments, any statements, leave them down below. Make sure you hit that subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.